Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of the Mike and Mike Show for Supernatural Sunday. All right, woo, Supernatural Sundays. Okay, I'm your host, Mike, and of course, behind me is the skeleton who loves to eat gelatin, Norm. How you doing, Norm? All right, how's it going, pal? All right, now, thank you so much for joining us today. On today's episode, we're going to move forward with Season 4, and we're going into Episode 16, called On the Head of a Pin. Now, in this episode, we start off from where last episode led off, where they capture, Cass was able to capture Alistair thanks to Sam and Dean. So in this episode, we have returning characters, Robert Wisdom as Uriel. We have Julie McNiven as Anna, and Christopher Heyerdahl as Alistair. Now, Cass and Uriel asked Dean to help them find out some information about who is killing angels. They believe Alistair knows who it is. It's part of the 66 Seals. So they go to Dean and they say, well, we've tried to get the information out of Alistair. He's not telling us anything. We need you to torture Alistair to get information from him. We need you to use the skills that you acquired while you were in hell to get this information. Now, this is asking Dean to go down a very, very, very dark path. And he's not willing to go, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's a big, big deal for him to have to go down that road. But they don't give him a choice in the matter. And they end up kidnapping Dean to torture Alistair. So while he's off torturing Alistair, whether he wants to or not, Sam hooks up with Ruby and tries to find a way to find Dean. So now in what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut into some clips from this episode. It's episode 16 of season 4, On the Head of a Pin. Here we go.
Winchester and Winchester.
Oh, come on.
You were needed.
Needed. We just got back from needed.
Now you mind your tone with me?
No, you mind your damn tone with us.
We just got back from Pamela's funeral.
She died saving one of your precious seals. So maybe you can stop pushing us around like chess pieces for 5 freaking minutes!
We raised you out of hell for our purposes.
Yeah, what were those again? What exactly do you want from me?
Start with gratitude.
Oh. Dean, we know this is difficult to understand.
And we don't care. Angels have been murdered. All of them from our garrison. The last one was killed tonight.
Demons? How are they doing it?
We don't know.
I'm sorry, but what do you want us to do about it? I mean, a demon with juiced ice angels has to be out of our league, right?
We can handle the demons. Thank you very much.
We have Alistair,
Great. You should be able to name your trigger man.
but he won't talk.
You happen to be the most qualified interrogator we've got.
No way. You can't ask me to do this, Cass. Not this.
Who said anything about asking?
I would give anything not to have you do this.
I said you to torture me?
You got one chance. One. Tell me who's killing the angels. I want a name.
You think I'll steal your scary toys and spill my guts?
Oh, you'll spill your guts one way or another. Now answer the question.
Or what? You'll work me over? But then, maybe you don't want to. You gotta want a little payback for everything I did to you. How about for all the things I did to your daddy?
But even if the demons do win, you won't be there to see it.
You should talk to your plumber about the pipes. like roaches, you celestials. I really wish I knew how to kill you. But all I can do is send you back to heaven. Omnipotentes Dei potestatem invoco. Omnipotentes Dei potestatem invoco. Domine expuet, udeam adempiream remita.
Who's murdering the angels?
Is not behind this. She would kill 7 angels. Oh, she'd kill 100,000. Send me back if you can.
Now I can kill.
The only thing that can kill an angel is another angel. Help me bring on the apocalypse. No, God.
Maybe. Maybe not. But there's still me.
All right, now like I said in this episode, it was a real hard episode for Dean, as character wise, going back to his roots. Well, not his roots, but going back to what he learned in hell. This episode shows the dark path Dean took in hell when he was asked to torture Alistair. I myself truly felt that at that point that Cass did not really want to go this route. He didn't want to ask that of Dean, which we did find out later on that he did not really want Dean to do this, to have to do it. Especially after we found out that Alistair was the one that tortured Sam and Dean's father in hell. The scenes with Alistair and Dean during the torture sessions, that's acting 101 right there. You cannot get no better than that right there. That was just, that acting was just incredible. And I know that they had a lot of fun doing that scene. I'm pretty sure. Let me set this. So, they were very well acted by both men. Absolutely well acted by both men. We also find out that Sam has been drinking demon blood to juice up. To be able to do what he can do, use his powers, he has to drink demon blood. So that's going down a whole nother path that, we all know that he should not be going down. Did he save the day? Yes, of course he did. But at what lengths did he have to go to do that? So Dean's torturing Alistair, and Alistair breaks free somehow. He mysteriously breaks free from his trap and proceeds to beat the living hell out of Dean. Cass steps in. They get into this big fight. Cass steps in, and Sam saves Cass using his powers. And uses his powers to torture Alistair to get the information that the angels need. So there we find out that it's not angels, or it's not demons that are killing angels. So Sam not only has the ability to torture, but he also has the ability to kill now. And he kills Alistair right in front of Cass using his abilities. Then we go to Dean in the hospital. And Sam and Cass have an argument. Sam's like, you and Uriel put Dean in this position. Get in there and heal him and all this. And Cass is like, I can't do that. So then Cass begs the question, if it wasn't demons killing angels, then who was it? And he decides to investigate the area where they were torturing Dean, or they were torturing Alistair. Then he finds out that it was Uriel that was killing the angels. And Uriel doesn't want to serve or doesn't believe in God's plan. So he wants to bring on the apocalypse, and he wants Cass to help him. So Cass turns against that idea. All point together, and they get into this big fight, and Anna ends up saving Cass by killing Uriel. And then she leaves. So Uriel's gone. Alistair is gone. The seal's already been broken. I do believe the seal was broken in this episode. We also find out that Dean brought on the apocalypse when he was in hell and came off the rack and began to torture people for souls. So that started the apocalypse right there. That is a huge weight dumped on top of everything else that's been dumped on top of Dean after coming back from hell. Now he's got that weight to carry. Did he believe it at first when Alistair told him? I think he did, but he didn't. So then when he asked Cass, and Cass told him, yes, it was you that started the apocalypse, but it is also you can stop it. Dean has no faith in himself. None whatsoever at the end of this episode. He tells Cass, hey, you've got the wrong guy. I can't do this. I don't have the strength. I can't. I just can't do it. It's heartbreaking to see what Dean has went through in this season so far, and him to have to go down that path again for the angels to help them, which they didn't give two craps, really. I think the only one that really did was Cass, who gave two craps about it. But anyways, so yeah, that was a real good episode. We got a lot of information, a lot of backstory information, with Alistair being the one that tortured their dad, trying to get him to jump off the rack and do the same thing that Dean did. And Dean started, finding out that Dean started the apocalypse, to, the betrayal of Uriel and the other angels killing them off. All of that. I mean, this was a lot to unpack in this one in 15 and 16. 15 and 16 should have been together when I did this. But it was just the order that it fell in, so they were split apart. But 15 and 16 should have been together. And I mean, there was a lot to unpack in these two episodes. A lot to unpack if you put them together. There was betrayal. There was power struggles. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff that got unloaded in these two episodes. It was almost had the feel of a big time season finale. That episode did. So great episode. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the next episode, which is episode 17. But before we do that, I do it every single episode. We got to go to First Cup, Best Cup. Now, what I'm going to say is, if you don't have a first cup of coffee, things don't always go right. I mean, your mental stability is off. Your civilization, you're being civilized when you have your first cup of coffee. Without that first cup of coffee, you're just nuts. You're just loco in the cabeza. Things just go wrong. So remember, every morning when you wake up, get your coffee, because the first cup is always the best cup.
Now, was that civilized? No, clearly not. Fun, but in no sense civilized.
All right, now moving forward, we're going to jump into episode 17, called It's a Terrible Life. And in this episode, we get a character by the name of Zachariah, played by Kurt Fuller. Now, Kurt Fuller, you may recognize from Ghostbusters 2. He also played in The Running Man, and he played in Scary Movie. We also get a Jack Plotnick, who plays Ian, and he played in Gods and Monsters, and Space Station 76, and Rubber. Now, Rubber was a horror film. I hadn't seen it yet. A lot of people said it was pretty cool. The premise of that thing was it was a tire that was bouncing around killing people. I don't know. But anyways, moving forward, we also have a John Hainsworth who played P.T. Sandover, and he played in Final Destination, Scary Movie 3, and The Hollow. Now, if you have not seen The Hollow, that movie was really, really good. I'm telling you, you will love that movie if you watch it. It's got a great creepy vibe to it. The whole premise of the movie was incredible. So definitely give that a watch if you haven't seen that. Scary Movie 3, Final Destination, all great movies. All great movies. Now, the plot for this episode is, in an alternate reality, mysteriously created as if Sam and Dean were never brothers and have never met, Sam and Dean work at a marketing office where they are forced to team up to take on a ghost that is haunting the premises. So this is kind of a funny episode, which gives us a little break after the traumatic 15 and 16 episode. So we get this little break. Sam and Dean work in this office building. Sam's call center, Dean's management, upper management, which is a stretch for Dean. He's eating salads, driving a Prius, listening to classical music and news reports, watching the stock market, and just not our regular Dean. Not even drinking beer. Not even drinking beer. So totally different aspect of their characters. Like I said, they don't even know each other. They're working in this office building together, and people start killing themselves, committing suicides, and they find out that there's a ghost behind it. So they go against their so-called lives and team up to take out this ghost. So now what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump into some clips from this episode. Season 4, episode 17, It's a Terrible Life. Here we go.
'Cause he gets up in the morning and he goes to work at 9 and he comes back home at 5:30, gets the same train every time. He's all so good and he's all...
PR Morning Edition. It's time for this wait...
Can I ask you a question?
Look, man, I told you I'm not into the...
Oh, dude, come on, I'm not either. I just want to ask you one question.
Sure.
What do you think about ghosts?
Ghosts?
Do you believe in them?
Tell you the truth, I've never given it much thought.
Vampires.
What? Why?
Because I've been having some weird dreams lately. You know what I mean?
No, not really.
You've never had any weird dreams?
All right, look, man, I don't know you, okay? But I'm gonna do a public service and let you know that you overshare.
Whoa. Holy crap, dude. Yeah. I could use a beer.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm on the cleanse. I got rid of all the carbs in the house.
Hey, how the hell do you know that ghosts are scared of wrenches?
Crazy, right? A nice job kicking in that door, too. That was very Jet Li. What are you, like a black belt or something?
No. I have no clue how I did that. All right, so what do we do now?
We do what I do best, Sammy. Research.
Okay. Did you just call me Sammy?
Did I?
I think you did. Yeah. Don't.
Sorry. Oh, nice.
Ding! Nice catch.
Right? What?
Dean, Dean, Dean. Finally.
The hell? What am I wearing to tie? My God, am I hungry?
Welcome back.
Wait, did I just get touched by are you? You're an angel, aren't you?
I'm Zachariah.
Oh, right. That's all I need is another one of you guys.
I'm hardly another one, Dean. I'm Castiel's superior. Believe me, I had no interest in popping down here into one of these smelly things. But after the unfortunate situation with Uriel, I felt it necessary to pay a visit. Get my ducks in a row.
I am not one of your ducks.
Starting with your attitude.
Oh, so what? This was all some sort of a lesson? Is that what you're telling me? Wow. Very creative.
You should see my decoupage.
Gross. No, thank you.
Okay, now this was a this was a great episode. It's a funny episode. Jared and Jensen get to play against their normal characters. We get the introduction to the new character Zachariah, who's kind of like a Uriel type character. Not real fond of humans. Thinks we're just meat suits. And he's like a control freak, pretty much. We also get kind of a clarification on the pecking order as far as heaven goes. He claims to be Cass's boss. So this whole thing was set up for Dean and Sam to realize that there is an order to things, and the way things should go. And that's according to Zachariah. You know, that's the way he thinks things should go. But we all know Dean don't follow authority. And how, we also find out how much is owed to the Winchester family through all this. Now, this episode was great, especially when they first fought the ghost and stuff started kind of coming back as far as like in the moment. Sam kicking open the door, Dean grabbing a wrench to fight off the ghost. So then they decide to do some, what Dean called his favorite thing, research, and they found the website for the Ghost Facers. That was pretty funny. That was a great callback. It was great to see those guys. A funny bit right there where they were trying to learn how to ghost hunt from Ghost Facers. And it was all stuff that Dean and Sam had told them how to do, had taught them. So that was pretty cool. But I see Zachariah as, no pun intended, being an ass. Because let's face it, in most of the roles this guy's played in, and most of the movies he's played in, he's been an asshole. Or just, downright evil. So yeah, this is not a stretch for his character at all. But he's good at it. He's good at playing the so-called bad guy. And he's a great addition to the cast. We've had a lot of that throughout the show, where they keep adding people in, and they add just the right kind of people, it seems like. it seems like they don't go wrong with who they pick to play certain roles in this show. From Bobby to Meg to Ruby to Alistair to Zachariah to Cass. I mean, Cass is perfect. Misha Collins is perfect as Cass. And Sam and Dean as well. But yeah, this episode was great. The way they were, the kills were pretty cool. The guy sticking his head in the microwave and frying himself, that was pretty neat. And even down to the elevator scene. The elevator scene was pretty cool too. Sam being trapped in the elevator and trying to get out, and that guy's head getting cut off. That was pretty cool the way they did that. But yeah, this was a great episode. And then we find out, at the end of it, that it was just all Zachariah playing mind games, as angels seem to do in this show. And that doesn't, once again, that doesn't, put any faith in angels as far as Dean goes. You don't trust him any more than he trusts the daggum demon at this point. The only one that I think he does kind of trust now is Cass. And that's just starting to build. So, does he really trust him or not? You don't really know that at this point. But, yeah, 2 solid episodes in season 4. God, that coffee's good. Yeah, 2 solid episodes in season 4. Of course, like 15 and 16 were supposed to be together, but I goofed that up when I did the order of things. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm excited to get on into the next episode next week. So I don't know. I don't know which ones it'll be because I haven't looked yet. I go by, I look at it and I'll decide what's more important as far as the order goes, and the storyline and the plot. So there's a lot that goes into the episodes that I pick, but they're also some of my favorite episodes as well. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end the video here. Like I said, 2 great episodes again. I mean, you can't go wrong with this show. It just continues to get better and better. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on the channel. Thank you to the new subscribers. If you've been with us since day one, thank you so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. We welcome each and every one of you. We're glad to have all of you. And please continue to comment on the videos, like, share, all that good stuff. Things are going good. We appreciate each and every one of you. We wouldn't be doing this channel if it wasn't for you. You guys are an intricate part in keeping it going. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, like I've said so many times before. So now Tuesday will be a classic, will be a Mikey's Movie Rampage. Mikey's Movie Rampage on Tuesday. And then Thursday we'll have a classic movie buffet. And then I'll see you guys back here next Sunday for another episode, for another 2 episodes of Supernatural. So, with that being said, I will see you guys on Tuesday for a Mikey's Movie Rampage. Until then, have a great weekend, guys, and start the next week. Have a great week. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.